How's it going, gents? Just finishing up at the World Superbikes. About to ride home with the wife on the back of the brand new Triumph Tiger 1200 XRT. Got it correct this time. Lots of awesome bikes around. Everyone's just packing up. Just watched World Superbikes, Australian Superbikes. Let's jump on this. So we've got a 200-kilometer ride home. Me and the wife. So I've got the how am I going to bloody get out of here? I have to roll backwards using the mountain. Quite a heavy bike, so wife on the back, on the grass, go up the hill. Hey, there we go. World Superbikes at Phillip Island is fantastic. The reason is because you can ride and park your bike anywhere around the track right up next to the fence, whereas MotoGP you have to be outside. World Superbikes right up against the fence. That's the track right there, about freaking 10 meters away from me. Except at MotoGP, when you're camping, which we found out, then you can be right close to it. That's awesome. But anyway, this is me actually riding the Triumph Tiger 1200 now. I'm in ultra comfort mode, so I'll raise up the screen just like that when we get on the freeway, but until I get out I'll have it down. I can see over it. I'm in just a standard mode right now. Someone's got their heated seat on. I'm guessing that's my wife. It's bloody 21 degrees. Still got a heated seat on. It was actually good this morning. It was a bit cold, so I had the heated seat, both heated seats on, and the grips. Still rocking warm. Warm as. We can get around old mate here. Just power from the 1200. So right now, if you can see from the dash, I'm just scrolling through. I'm in absolute comfort mode. I've got it dialed down into just its normal road mode, not its kind of twisty mode. We're just freaking having a relaxing ride home. Everyone's got the chairs on the back of the bikes and stuff. Scooters having a bit of a silliness. Bit of a silliness, you scooters. I don't know what that is. Yeah, sometimes you see a bike and you're like, I don't know that bike. I literally don't know what it is, but he's got the sticky tires and he's flicking rocks at me. Is it RC8? Is that what it is? It is a DB8, a bi-motor. No way. I think they had S1000. No, they didn't. That one didn't have the S1000 double-R motor. It's a different one. That is wild. It's probably very expensive. I'll show you what the acceleration is like. 100 k's an hour road. I'm gonna go from a standstill away from this car. Does not take long. A little bit of a traction control. Didn't like my launch too much, but plenty of freaking power. Does require some revs, as you can kind of hear. Yeah, oh, that actually changed my suspension as well. Put me into a more kind of very windy. Should put my windscreen up actually. Let's do that. We're on the freeway now. Windscreen, you go up. The wind's kind of hitting me from the side though, so still does a bit. What else we got? We got fuel. I'm looking at about 200 k's of range. I've ridden 200 k's out here, so I'm doing pretty good on freaking fuel. I get it down to about 4 litres per 100 k's if I'm not being a silly man. The wind just hit me from the side. The windscreen's not doing that much. Just amazingly comfortable bike. Cruise control on. Set it up to 100. It was 96. Take the hands off and just relax. Get smashed by the freaking wind. Unbelievably comfortable bike, man. Just been able to set it up in a really comfortable mode. So as you can see, in this twisty mode, speedo is kind of small and the tack's very big. But if I change, you can do it on the fly, back to the more comfort mode. Now the speedo is huge, the tack's a bit smaller. That's the more road focus. What other modes have I got? You got just a rain mode. They got the off-road mode. For some reason that's disabled. I don't know why. Maybe I gotta stop. And then one that you can configure yourself. Got to ride about 200 k's out back home, and it's just going to be glorious on this thing, man. This bike is the most comfortable thing, other than maybe a GS. GS is a bloody comfortable as well. This is right up there though. This just makes sitting on the freeway a thing of ease. Am I becoming an old man? I'm really enjoying the comfort of this motorcycle. I don't know if I could do sitting on a sports bike, Phillip Island and back with my wife on the back again. It's just painful coming home. 2 hours of dead straight flat road home. It's deathly boring. The weight of myself and my wife on the back. And I don't get what people say. People are like, oh, you know, just hug with your knees. I don't want to hug with my knees for 2 hours, man. It's like exercise. I just want to freaking relax. I should go through a few things that were commented on in my my last walk around of this bike. A lot of people did say that because I was saying that this was probably the most technological advanced bike that I'd ridden. It's true that there is bikes out there with most features. The KTMs and the BMW adventure bikes have a lot of the features of this bike. I think on the Super Adventure R from KTM, their options like hill hold mode and other couple of modes and shit, the BMW does come with a lot of these options standard, but it is significantly more expensive. And I haven't ridden the newer GSAs. The one I rode was like 2014 or something, 2015. It was a bit older. The one thing that this bike doesn't have is tire pressure monitors. That's one thing I could think about that it didn't have, which is a bit of a disappointment. Oh my god, it's raining! Woo! Like my windscreen does come to rain. It should come all the way over and just be a car. A lot of other people were saying like, oh my god, all these gadgets and gizmos and electronics, they're just more things to break. Give me a motorbike that's just a simple motorcycle, so it doesn't break down. Well, do you notice that I'm riding here on my own? Just me and my wife. None of my friends are here. And that's because my friend, he was out riding and he was meant to come to Phillip Island today, but his mate who had a Royal Enfield Himalayan, it broke down. Freaking always breaks down. So he's not here because he had to help him out. So nice simple bike, not here. Whereas this technological advanced bike with all its electronics and gizmos is going beautifully. No issues. We're gonna get poured on, it's really dark. Oh well, nice and warm anyway. One of the other things that I didn't really mention in the first video, the brakes are fantastic. Normally with Triumph's more premium products, they always put a nice set of Brembos on it. They've done that with this. But not just are they good Brembos that have good bite and good power, but they seem to work with the suspension, or they're a combined brake or something. They seem to do a little bit more than just normal good brakes. They seem to settle the bike and keep it in line really well. They're fantastic. But I've never really had any problems with Triumph brakes. They've always been great. Even on their bikes when they use Nissan brakes and not Brembos, they're still bloody fantastic. We are maxed out with info now. We've got speed, tacho, gear, how many kilometers of range I've got, my average and my current fuel consumption, my mode that I'm in. We've got the time, we've got the temperature, indicators show my lights are on, my cruise control, the speed that my cruise control's on, both heated seat settings and grip settings, and a big nice fuel graph right there. Just information overload. That is fantastic. I love seeing when you're sitting on freeways for long amounts of time, it's nice to be able to just scroll through things like this. I can just scroll through and just look at different things, like, you know, oh, what's my trip meter time, and then I can change around the suspension, you know, bump it up a little bit, firm it up, check the screen height, bring that down or up a little bit. It's nice to be able to just play around with stuff when you're freaking doing big Ks, which this bike is designed to do. Give it some revs so my wife knows that she needs to hang on for a second. Let's give ourselves a little bit of room. There's not a lot of places where I can actually show you any bit of the handling of this bike, but for a lazy roundabout I can. He handles spectacularly, man. Even for wife on the back, big heavy bike, that bloody WPT SAS semi-active suspension, something magical, man. Something magical. But yeah, I was gonna take this bike to some twisties and stuff, but I thought that's not really what the bike's aimed for. It's not a sports bike, although I reckon it to be fantastic through the twisties, as most adventure bikes are. They're actually pretty damn good. The GS is fantastic through twisties. I've seen Nerb just absolutely smash sports bikes through the twisties on his 1190 Adventure R. They handle the twisties fantastically, but I thought it's better just to show what this bike's really made for, and that's just freeway trips. A lot of nice roads and with passengers and stuff, and it's, you know, more the destination. So for me, it was World Superbikes at Phillip Island, and that's why I'm kind of making the video on the way home. It's been a great bike for it, man. Show how this quick shifter works. So I'm at medium throttle right now. I'm in 5th. I'm going to go down to 4th. I'm just going to tap down. Keeps that throttle perfect. So medium throttle. I'm going to go from 4th to 3rd. Even going down to 2nd then at 80 k's an hour didn't really unsettle it. A lot of people were like, "Oh my god, you can't have a down quick shifter with throttle open." Doesn't really do much. Let's go 6th gear. Let's go full throttle. Slow it down a little bit. I'm gonna go full throttle and down to 5th, 4th. It just kind of does it well. So one of the coolest things about this bike, being a keyless bike, is you just put the stand down, turn the bars, turn it off, and press the lock button when your girlfriend's not too far away. She's got the key in the backpack. Oh, lock the steering automatically, and you just walk away. How good is that? Don't have to do anything.